Hello and namaskaram everyone. This video in a way is an ode to Bangalore and the recording of a digital time capsule in YouTube. The footage you see now on screen is actually 8 years old, recorded in the winter during December of 2018 when my friend Ashish visited me in Bangalore on his trip to India from Canada. We went on a bike ride to Hesaraghatta, one of my favorite go-to spots in Bangalore. He had not been there, and this was a ride where he sat as pillion on my bike and recorded the whole journey. And I realized that, as people say, Bangalore has changed a lot since then. It has constantly been changing. And the last time I visited Bangalore, which is like 6 months ago, I realized that many of the places have changed beyond recognition. I don't know for good or for bad. Recently, I have a lot of videos recorded with my GoPro G7X camera and few other cameras I've had over the years, and none of them have seen the light of day. They were recorded maybe to potentially put somewhere, not necessarily YouTube, but then I realized that they were just lying there. More than that, when the thought that places that I once loved, once I cherished, the places which formed a part of me to help me manage my life, to have a de-stressing ride, to go out with friends, enjoy nature, get some whiff of fresh air, all those places, what if they change beyond recognition years down the line? Do I have a memory of them? At least my version of the memory of them. Of course, now that YouTube is there, now that digital media is there, social media is there, you will always find some video footage of the place from another person's perspective. But what about my view of that place through my own eyes, through my experiences with my friends, with my family? Then I realized, okay, I should put this together, and at least, even if it doesn't reach many people on YouTube, it serves as a good time capsule on YouTube. So that's what you see now here. This is a video footage on the road to Hesaraghatta, but there is also a nice backstory to it. So I arrived in Bangalore in the summer of 2012, around August, to take up a job soon after graduation. I was posted, or I was staying near Banaswadi Signal. We in a temporary accommodation. Two of my friends, we soon got who were working with me, my classmates in college, and then my colleagues at work. We took a rented house quite near to Banaswadi Signal, near Vijaya Bank Colony, Ramurthy Nagar, and that's where I was for at least the next 3 years. For the first year, my whole idea or my exposure to Bangalore was just that road and the outer ring road from Ramurthy Nagar to Nagwara. I never ventured beyond Hebbala. I don't think I even took a flight, so I never went to Devanahalli side. There was very rarely occasional trips to Church Street, MG Road, but not so much. But then, after a year, after I bought a bicycle from Decathlon with one of my seniors who was also in Bangalore, I started going for bike trips. This was cycling trips, and we took the Shivas Road, famous Shivas Road. I don't know how many people know it now. We took the Shivas Road to the foot of Nandi Hills. Did not climb it. And similar way, he was very enthusiastic on going for these cycling trips. I was not very, I would say, athletic or a person with good stamina, so I always found these very hectic trips, although enjoyable, but I would be like out for the next 2-3 days. So he used to keep calling me, and thanks to him I have some memories of such cycling trips. And one of these trips was also one to Hesaraghatta. That was my first travel to Hesaraghatta. I don't remember the route we took, but I remember that we did go there, and it was mesmerizing for me to be able to stand on the riverbed of a lake. Hesaraghatta Lake was artificially created to supply water to Bangalore long time ago, and then occasionally dries up, it fills up. So that was one of those cycles where the lake bed was dry, and you could actually drive or walk on the lake bed. So it was so mesmerizing for me, because you see the whole structure of the lake around you, and you are in the center of a lake. It was otherworldly, you could say. So that was my first exposure to it. And then life happened. I left the job. I started preparing for exams, but I was still based out of Bangalore. Time went on, and then the moment I started, after my preparations for exams and everything, I took up a job again in Bharat Electronics. That's when I ventured beyond Hebbala towards the other side of Bangalore, near Matikere, Rajajinagar, and all those places. And then I started a ritual where, by then I also had a motorbike, and I started a ritual of venturing someplace out on a Sunday morning. I would start very early, like 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the morning, either with friends or alone. I would just ride out of Bangalore and then spend some time, have a good breakfast, that idli, dosa or something, and then come back by midday to come back to life and routine. At that point, I did not acknowledge them so well, but I realized now that two things happened. One was, it helped me look at each week with fresh eyes and with a lot of energy and enthusiasm. And second, it gave me amazing memories of Bangalore. So I just love Bangalore, and I will keep putting odes to Bangalore. I spent a decade from 2012 to 2023, beginning of 23 in Bangalore. So my 20s, your glorious days of your life, were spent in Bangalore, and I'm happy that I did that. And my idea of Bangalore is also not really the hangout places, which are also really great, like Church Street, MG Road, Indiranagar, Forum Mall, Koramangala. For some reason, maybe my interests or the people I used to hang out with, these were not the places I used to frequent, but they are also amazing, great spots. But my idea of Bangalore is Bangalore plus the places around it. More than anything, Bangalore enabled me to explore such amazing locations around Bangalore, Hesaraghatta being one of them. And then there are a lot of places: Dodda Aladamara, Manchinabele Dam, Savandurga, Antardurga. You could easily take a ride out to, you can say, Shimoga, even go to Mangalore, go through the different guts. I have a story from Bisle Gut, a very adventurous and scary one. You can take the Shiradi Gut, Charmadi Gut. So many places, so many memories. And now that I look back, this is what I remember so much about Bangalore. The idea of being able to live in a really modern Indian city, access to everything, but also being the idea of nature being just a 30-minute ride away. And this was amazing at that time, and even now when I look back. And I'm always grateful that this happened. So I kept doing this when I was doing my job at BEL, the Sunday morning ride. Sunday was the only day that was free. BEL had a 6-day work week, and this was really important for my mental sanity. As with everything, this was an idea that was not very aligned with many people. So I had a short group of people who wanted to come, and I was also equally happy to just have a solo ride to all these places. So this kept happening. I kept exploring new places, kept creating memories. And then I left the job and started my PhD at IAC, just down the road. You can say literally down the road from BL Circle. You just take a 1 kilometer ride down, and then there you have it. You are in front of IAC. And then these rides metamorphosed into something of even greater value. The journey of PhD is very personal, which I've always told about. It's hectic, it's mentally taxing, and both enjoyable and scary. You learn a lot of science. It's a very sharp learning curve, and you also need to spend a lot of time with yourself in deep thought about what your experiments are about, what do you want to do with these things, why are you even doing science, why are you even building some things. And the my rides on my bike, my Bajaj V15, especially the solo ones, were really useful to have these introspections. And on Sunday mornings when I'm lazy, but still wouldn't want to break my routine, because I would know that when I look back, even just 8 hours or 6 hours down the day, I would regret that I didn't go out for a ride. Hesaraghatta was my go-to place. Just 20 kilometers from IAC. I knew the roads, and I had a separate route which was not touching the highways, and just taking it was like my weekly pilgrimage. And there are people who used to joke about my rides to Hesaraghatta, that what is there is nothing, it's an empty grasslands, a barren lake, uh, but it always had an amazing charm to me. And I had this selfish pleasure of trying to make other people feel this charm. So I would like brainwash, or what you could say, try to uh, indoctrinate more people into uh, finding the joy in Hesaraghatta. Like I was not very successful. So this video is from my attempts to do this with Ashish. I kept telling him that, see, there is this ride that I take. When you come, we will go there. I have my bike, and I'll show you how it is. I think he was happy with it. I should ask him again, 8 years down the line. Um, so I took him out to show my version of Hesaraghatta. So this video is from that. So it's a beautiful ride. You cross BL Circle, you go to Vidyaranapura, and then you cross this Yelahanka Air Force Station, and then you have the Hesaraghatta road that goes left from there. And then you can see very clearly the landscape changing from a city, from a big city with a lot of defense and public sector lands, at least maintaining the greenery of Bangalore. This is a side of Bangalore that people forget to acknowledge for being constant through the years. Thanks to these establishments such as the Air Force Station, Bharat Electronics, HAL, BHEL, we have, of course, they are juggernauts of Indian industry and the defense system. But also they have a collateral positive benefit. They have a lot of land, and which has thankfully not been encroached with buildings and new constructions and everything. So they kind of protect the greenery of Bangalore, which is fast diminishing. And that is a big thing that they do, which I don't know how many people realize that. It's just a side note. So I took him through the Hesaraghatta main road, and as you go, you will easily see the city fading and slowly a village life popping up. When I do this every week or occasionally once or twice a month, it already brings me a certain calm. I'm somebody who likes the open atmosphere, nature, and some fresh air and everything. So slowly this transition also gives you a mental transition where you like kind of calm down. And that's what you see here, the city changing scapes, and you can see the fields and everything on the right and left. And as you make your way through, adding to this point of national institutions including IISc and GKVK, the campus, and NCBS, and a lot of other places, you have the IHRI in Hesaraghatta, which is the Indian Horticultural Research Institute. And they have a lot of experimental fields. They experiment with flowers, other fruit bearing trees like mangoes and everything with their experiments. So they have a lot of fields there. So that's what you see here. So there are a lot of empty lands where crops are grown for the studies of horticultural research. So there are these amazing roads where you see all these flower fields and other plants on either side of the road. And that's what you see when as you get closer to Hesaraghatta lake. And the lake itself, when you get there, it's a reveal. It's a nice reveal. In the video you can also see Ashish getting the reveal. I don't have the audio. I don't have not added the audio here, but as you go up the stairs on the Hesaraghatta lake, you can see the lake bed. And one of the main reasons I'm putting this video out is that this was one of those rare occasions where the lake was actually full with water, and it is a rare sight these days. So you could see that lake full with water. And a visit to Hesaraghatta doesn't end there. Actually, there is a lot of things that are around the lake, including the famous Hesaraghatta grasslands, which I don't know if you can venture out. I have never been able to go into the grasslands. They were always been cordoned off. You can see a part of that also in the video, where there is a no-go zone put. But near the Hesaraghatta, there used to be, now it's already closed for many years. There used to be a Taj Kutira. I once went there and had a breakfast buffet there. And opposite to that, there is a Nritya Grama, where there are people, residents studying dance. And you can actually go in and see how the dance practice is happening. And then when you further venture out away from this, there is a loop there where you can actually see the other aspects of IHRI, like the poultry farms. There is this, I think, Semen Research Institute for Animals, and all of these small research labs that are there, which is just kind of in the middle of nowhere. But thanks to them, you have amazing greenery, amazing nature preserved, very innocent people. You can easily get amazing food in some small eateries there. And it's a different side of Bangalore. It's a side of Karnataka, which is like very close to Bangalore, and honest living, and a part of India that is slowly getting engrossed by the big development of Bangalore. I don't know which is good, which is bad, what development should entail, and all these thoughts keep coming to me. But this used to be a ride where I could just be with nature in 1 hour. But the sad thing is, I've heard from friends that many of these visuals that are in this video are not the same anymore. And there are a lot of residential constructions coming up, tall apartment complexes, and it's slowly changing. The landscape is changing. And I wouldn't want to lose these footages. I would want to at least go back and relish them, look at them, and then at least as a memory of a forgotten time. And I hope that our development is more sustainable, that we keep these places intact as much as possible, while also managing human development, which is also needed. It's a tough nut to crack. We have been trying to do that in India since independence. Let's see how things change. So yeah, this is about the road to Hesaraghatta and a note to Bangalore. I have more stories of Bangalore which I will eventually keep putting. But as they say, with a lot of things, you can take yourself out of Bangalore, but you cannot take Bangalore out of you, like with many things. So Kannadada Matu Chanda, Kannadada Nila Chanda, Kannadiga Manasu Chinna. That song also I used to play when I'm going. So that's it. Enjoy the rest of the video. See you in the next one. Thank you.